Hey crew, I've got the key to this 25 Nissan Armada Pro-4X, and today we're gonna see what it's like to take it on a family trip, starting with remote start. Good morning, neighbors. Now, my neighbors are not actually going to be woken by the startup of the Armada Pro-4X for two important reasons. One, it's 11:42 a.m. If they're not awake by now, something is wrong. And two, the new Armada now has a twin-turbo V6, which clearly, as you can hear from the idle, is not as rambunctious, as raucous of a startup as the outgoing V8. Now, before we head out, let's check out the spacing in my driveway, which is 16 feet wide by 19.5 feet long. I've got the Pro-4X about 1.5 inches from the edge of the driveway, sitting next to a new Volkswagen ID Buzz. The Buzz is back in the driveway for Mobile Mama's review. If you want to check out her content, it's at Mobile Mama on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. She's got that one parked similarly close to the edge. And with that spacing, even though the Armada is a full-size SUV, very wide, the ID Buzz being a little more narrow and tall does give us plenty of room to walk between the vehicles. Both have power folding door mirrors. That does help. We could wheel a wagon through. We could wheel a double stroller for our kiddos. No problem. The nose of the Armada is hovering over the gutter at the front of my driveway, and that does leave, actually, surprisingly, enough space at the back for me to squeeze in front of the hedge on the path to my front door. When first hopping in with the key fob in my pocket, putting my hand on either the front or rear door handles and hitting this button will unlock all four doors. And this spacing here is actually similar to what you might find in a parking lot, so I can show you the door opening space. That's one defined notch, and I could get in this way. It would just be a little tighter of a squeeze. If I have the room, as I do here, I can go 2 notches, and that's so much easier to use the running board and that grab handle and just gracefully make my way into the cabin. Hello, cabin crew. Thanks for joining for this day in the life in the 25 Nissan Armada Pro-4X. In this video, I want to see how this redesigned family hauler hauls a family on a fun, semi-local trip. Now, really, the remote start was just to get some air going and also to let you hear the idle, because I still have to load this vehicle with all the members of my family and all their stuff. But before I get into that, let me just show you where I would stick the items I bring with me every day and will also bring on the trip. Like my iPhone 15 Pro, which is going to go on this wireless smartphone charging pad, which does take up a lot of room, but is also massive. So if you've got a huge phone, it's still gonna fit on there. I put the key fob inside one of the cup holders. Back here, there's a very deep console, and I've got my slimline wallet on this top storage shelf. I have my Racebox 0 to 60 timer, and also a gripper phone mount for Mobile Mama to use during our trip. And then down here, I've got my GoPro accessory case, which fits in the pass-through storage, and my 32-ounce water bottle, this skinnier one, taller one, also fit inside the door pocket pretty easily. So I think the storage space for just loose items is terrific. Now let's go see about the other storage. Let me briefly just talk about the storage of people for a sec, because in my family, we just have 2 younger kids, so they're gonna be in car seats in the second row, and we're not gonna use that third row, but I do wanna show it to you because it's been improved a lot. So to get to the back, you pull on that lever, the seat glides forward and angles and gives me a great access point to these back chairs. And once I raise the headrests, you got 3 of them, by the way, so this person isn't going to be in danger in an accident. When I pull this seat back to its furthest back position, my knees at 6 feet tall are pressed into the seat back, and also my head is pressed against the roof. So this isn't terribly comfortable, but I want to show you this seat because that one has been pulled forward just a little bit, not to really compromise that person's knee room that much, but now I do fit. And I can recline the seat a little bit and then slouch forward some so my head is not pressed against the roof. I can rest on the headrest, be comfortable, and have 2 giant cup holders and a USB-C port on either side. So you could put 3 full-size adults in all 3 rows of this new Armada, but we're not going to, because instead, I'm gonna need storage space. So once the power lift back is up, and after I have relowered these headrests, I'm gonna hit these power folding controls on the right-hand side, which is a 1-button press. And though this is not the fastest conversion process, this is still so much quicker than the last Armada that it has to impress me. Seats are down, let's load it up. Pause, because not everyone is ready, not everything is ready, but Everyone needs some lunch. And I almost forgot about one essential item when I was going through the interior storage. That's my sunglasses, which have a dedicated felt-lined cubby right here. Everyone really wanted Chick-fil-A, but it's Sunday, so of course that means they are closed. The backup is gonna be Raising Cane's, still very good. Oh, and I was about to go through the drive-thru, but I just remembered that I ordered ahead online. So I'm just gonna park this bad boy. How about right here between this Accord and this Volkswagen ID4. Hit that reverse button, and that brings up a high-res camera system. Got that nice bird's eye view off to the left, trajectory lines on the right-hand side, and I can get lined up in the lane markings. And then I have those proximity sensors to help me out. We are good to go. Let's get some food. All right, that's everything. A couple juice boxes for the girls' kids' meals. There are those kids' meals. And 2 box combos for Mobile Mama and I. I've made an important discovery, whether it's for road trips or just, daily life. When you close up the shelf over the cup holders and charging pad, it creates a perfect table for your fast food to rest. Oh no, I'm eating Mobile Mama's food. She's not gonna miss a few fries, right? Back to the business of packing. We now have some things.
All of my fries?
Oh, your fries?
The whole box? Really?
I'm so sorry. I was hungry. Okay, that was a mistake. Yeah. Anyway, stuff's ready to be loaded in, so let's do that. And actually, before I hike up this heavy suitcase into the high-riding Pro-4X, I'm going to lower its air suspension, holding this button for just a moment, and then letting it lower on down. Eventually. There we go. And now, this is a much easier job to slide that bad boy in, and the others. All right, everything is loaded, and now to put in the car seats. First off, these doors open really wide, so getting the car seats into the cabin is a piece of cake, even for this rear-facing one. And over here on the forward-facing side, getting to the top tether was simple. I snuck the belt through the adjusting headrest, tilted the seat forward, and got to the anchor point. Now I just have to load the fam, and we can hit the road. We're loaded up! Is everyone ready?
Yeah!
Yes, to go to San Diego!
Yeah!
Can we get coffee?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. That's fine.
Yay!
Hey, Talia, what were you working on at home before we left?
Lemonade stand, and we're gonna do the rest when we get home.
A lemonade stand. So enterprising, I love it. I'm pretty good with directions. I am not so great with listening, so Mobile Mama said we're going to Raised by Lions about 4 times. I didn't listen to any of them, so now we need to test the turning circle of this Armada. Here we go. Wheel is cranked, and oh yes!
Oh yeah.
That is an exceptional turning circle. For a full-size SUV, I will take that. Now that we're going the right direction, Mobile Mama, what do you think of the seat comfort?
It's really nice.
I was immediately impressed by these seats.
It's really nice.
You've got 12 ways of power adjustment with the optional premium package for the Pro-4X. I found a great driving position. For me, it's 6 feet tall. I've got the steering.
Car seat.
Talia loves her car seat. She actually climbed right in and said, I like this car. And I was like, what? She's like, I like the space. And she liked that her water bottle fit inside the rear armrest cup holder. And she's got a big bottle like we do. And it fit, and that almost never happens, so.
And those windows are huge.
They are huge windows.
Everything.
Yes.
Huh, Talia?
Yeah, I need it even sunset because it really sunny.
That's true.
Great point. Talia wanted a sunshade because these windows are very large in the back, and it's great for visibility. Like, I can see everything I need to. Bit of a blind spot at that back pillar, but there's blind spot monitoring. But yeah, for her, she's getting sun on her, and a sunshade, I think for 80,000 as tested, should be something we have here. But yeah, seats are terrific. They've got heating. The ventilation was already going as soon as we started the car because it was like, oh, it's hot. So we turned on the seat vents. That's nice. We don't get massage. You get that in the platinum or platinum reserve trim, but we can deal because the seats are just so plush. And one more point about visibility. So right now, the back isn't so overloaded that I couldn't see through the stuff back there, but got that digital rear view, so it doesn't really matter. I'm always gonna. Talia likes it. Once again, she's a big fan of the Armada, I guess. Made it to our afternoon perk at Raised by Lions. And this is our last stop, okay? We're gonna hit the road after this. I promise. Promise myself. The coffee maven has returned, and my latte does have cold foam on it because, well, we're going on vacation, so.
You just let it all
That's
hang
just,
out.
why not? You know, cold foam. You got, what, this matcha thing?
Yep.
Looks good. Oh, I am gonna need this cup holder, so can you
Okay.
put this bad boy in the door? Does it fit?
Let's see if it fits. It fits.
It fits! Let's go.
Wait, they need snacks.
Oh, the girls need snacks. Then we'll go.
Oh.
We're on the highway. This is progress. This is good. Let's see about the passing power of this Armada. I'm not gonna go into the sport mode. I'm just gonna put my foot down. And get to hustling. All right.
Love my pretzels.
Talia loves her pretzels. I like the passing power. This twin turbo V6 with over 400 horses, over 500 pound-feet will get to moving. The 9-speed auto in the normal mode isn't hurried in the downshifts. Let's go into, that's the wrong direction. Let's go into sport just to compare. That's eco, that's sport. Here we go. Quicker to downshift, that's better, I like that. So you may need to go into sport if you have a more immediate passing need, but if you have the time, then normal will do you fine.
Wow.
That's good.
Wow.
Okay, let's all quiet up for a second. It's mostly about me.
Well, good
And
thing
listen
I did my exercises. Look at my arm. This is the mom
Oh,
pass.
wow, yeah.
The snack passer.
That hurts my shoulder just to watch that. Let's listen to the cabin volume at these speeds. So far, so good. Ooh. Louder road surface with the all-terrain tires. That makes some noise. I do also hear the passing traffic.
Yeah. It's not as quiet as a luxury vehicle, but it's also not supposed to be.
That's true. Fair point. Yeah. Okay. It's still a mainstream. It's their flagship, but it's Nissan. They're competing with other mainstream vehicles, so I'm not going to hold it to the standards of the Infiniti QX80 or the Cadillac Escalade or things like that. Whoa, Prius C. Driving like a Hot Wheels car.
Tone it down.
But I do think that those in the third row, we'll have to test this later. Later this week, we'll put Christina back there and see if she can hear what I'm saying or if I have to shout. But we don't have that
The microphone
Thank you.
that amplifies your voice in the back seat.
Yes, and you do get that in some competitor vehicles. That would be a nice thing to have, but we will see how necessary it is later on. They're dropping like flies, folks. Romy is asleep, and so we're not having our lively road trip conversation that always happens when Romy's awake.
Always.
Boy, she just brings the hard-hitting topics. Gets things going, the catalyst. Anyway, when we're not chatting it up, we can listen to the Klipsch
It is so loud right here.
Klipsch 12-speaker sound system. I'll cue that up with the wireless Apple CarPlay. Nice, quick responding.
When are we gonna go?
Every road trip has that.
When are we are we there yet? When are we gonna get there? Talia asks.
Ready, Tully?
Okay, so I got a physical volume knob to turn up.
To reduce distractions.
Yes,
Which is nice.
Yeah.
Seat controls.
that's true. Gloss
It is
black.
gloss black. Collecting dust.
It's collecting dust.
Smudges.
She knows. She knows I hate gloss black.
You do have your climate control down here, which
That's
is nice.
true.
Easily accessible.
Yes.
Oh. Oh.
She's just waiting for the beat to drop. Little waterfall.
Show me your moves, girl.
What is that? That's like okay. That's like 75% of max right there.
Romy's asleep.
Oh yeah. It's lulling her to sleep.
Oh yeah, it's blasting.
No, but actually, that's awesome. 75% of max, and I would never need it to be any louder than that. It also had clarity across the range. Felt that waterfall showed off some of the mids and highs, and the bass came in with a nice punch. It was thumping against my leg, but I didn't hear rattles. That was great. I think it's a good sound system, right?
It's very good.
It's road trip approved. Tully, sing along to a no-word song.
Have we talked about how good the ride quality is? Because I'm liking this.
We have not
It's
yet.
really nice.
And I completely agree with you. I think the ride is quite nice, given especially that this is a solid rear axle, body on frame truck. It feels very refined. It's not jittery like solid axle trucks can be. Kind of filters out the bumps, the roughness.
The undulations.
I know I say undulations a lot. Sorry.
What else are you liking?
Well, right now, especially, I didn't have to touch the brake, and the Armada slowed down to maintain the gap to the vehicle in front of me. So I really do like the adaptive cruise control and the steering assistance. We don't have the full-on hands-free highway driving that's on some trims of the Armada.
Platinum.
Yeah, maybe, and I think even
Reserve.
lesser trims, but it's not on the Pro-4X. I know that, so I do have to hold on to the wheel, but I'll just show you. I mean, I take my hands off and it stays in the center of the lane on this curve. And so even though it's not the full highway hands-free, it still cuts down on fatigue, cuts down on stress, especially for long trips, and especially, thank you, in traffic. This is also cutting down on stress. Please keep going, thank you. We made it to our temporary home here in San Diego, and there is a driveway spot waiting for us. Let's get inside. All right, let's see what we're working with here. Get some lights on. Oh, arcade games! I didn't book this one. Mobile Mama did, so I don't know what we're dealing with. All right. Kids' rooms, little bathtub. That looks like the master right there. Walked into the wall. Kitchen, very nice. Elegant. I like those chairs. And a backyard patio. Oh, the kids are gonna love that. This looks good. Laundry. We're home, let's do it. Not an active yawn. What a sleepless night. That was tough, but today is worth getting up early for. We're gonna go to the zoo after we get some breakfast, and importantly, what's that word?
Coffee!
Coffee! Talia's excited about coffee.
Need?
She doesn't drink it.
Coffee.
We need coffee, yes, we absolutely do. And we made it to the mission. I guess that means our mission is complete. Today's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good day. So we pivoted, went to Breakfast Republic, and
I like my pancake.
Talia liked her pancake, but the rest of us were a little disappointed. But at least you are caffeinated now.
Yeah, for the most part.
For the most part, she wanted more coffee. I am decaffeinated, as usual. And I think before we get to the zoo, can we just do a real quick real world 0 to 60 in the Armada?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Side note, this thing does look so much cooler than the old Armada, especially the Pro-4X. Looks meatier on the all-terrain tires. I like the floating roof, the red Armada accents. Looks rad. I feel cool. My family SUV. All right, full car, real world, 0 to 60, sport drive mode, brake boosting, letting it go. Whoa, there goes all the stuff.
Yeah.
And here goes us.
Yeah.
Getting to 60 in 6.08 seconds. I'd say that's family approved.
Yay!
Yay! Whee! We made it to the zoo, everybody. Going to the zoo. Going to the zoo. Oh yeah, going to the zoo. We've got an elephant up here. Are you a lion?
Snake.
Snake? Talia's a snake. She really likes snakes. Romy is asleep. Romy's asleep. Wow. Look at that lion. Talia, are we gonna see lions that big inside? You don't think so? Yeah, I agree. Okay, Mama's waiting, let's go. There are those lions. It's important to keep a 10,000 pound elephant. Rhino having a little snack. Everyone's snacking. Panda watch. I see one. And finishing off with a skyfari. Whew, what a day. What an adventure.
We keep doing this.
We do. We wear ourselves out, we wear the kids out, and then they wear us out because
And-
they don't sleep.
And we're like, why are you melting down?
We don't understand. Like, we never learned this lesson.
We just like to keep going.
Parenting is fun. I am just immediately enjoying these seats once again.
It's really
A
nice.
lot of walking, and then we just get
Yep.
to cozy up in these lovely chairs. Also,
I like my toy that does spin around and around.
Talia did
Can I
get
show it?
a helicopter toy.
Let me see it.
It was the treat for being so wonderful during today.
That's
That'll
it,
be
guys.
broken tomorrow. Now we need to go find some dinner. So we're gonna cruise around the University Park area. I think that's where we are.
No, we're in North Park.
North Park. We're gonna cruise around the North Park area. And on the way, quick thing I have to mention, these sun visors are giant. And I really appreciate that they slide all the way. So the sun being right here, not right here, right here,
Oh,
is fully blocked.
We like that.
We do, because some visors that don't slide, I'm like, what is the point? The sun doesn't just stay here, it moves. Or rather, you move relative to the sun. Sun also moves. I don't want to get into it.
So all visors
Yeah.
should move, should slide.
Yes.
That's a petition.
Oh, and while we're sitting at this light, there's also an auto hold. It's nice, because I walked a lot, so pressing my foot on that brake feels extra hard right now, and I don't have to. And now that the heat of the day has passed by, it's actually getting quite chilly outside.
Yeah.
I'm appreciating the extra light brought in, and not heat, just light from the big panoramic sunroof. Guys, do you like that in the back? Tali, do you like the sunroof?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You
Romy,
can see the trees and the birds up top.
do you like the sunroof, Ro? Yeah? She says yeah. Everyone's a fan. And while we've been driving in this tighter little downtown area, it just has solidified for me that I love how maneuverable this big truck feels driving in these tighter spaces. It's not cumbersome at all like some of its competitors are. It's just very relaxed, and I get enough feel through the steering, so I kind of just know exactly where I'm placing it on the road. We made it to a well-reviewed Hawaiian barbecue spot, Chris Ono Grinds. Let's try it. But here's the real test. Can I parallel park this barge in that space? Let's find out. Using all our camera angles and all the skills I've acquired over many years of doing things like this. Can we get in one go? Cranking that wheel, pulling it in, getting close to that curb and to this Sentra behind me, but no touchy. The auto hold didn't work there. That was kind of holding us in place. There we go.
Never doubted you.
Thank you. Let's get food. This looks delicious. And the only thing better than good food is sharing it with friends. Hey, paid actors, I mean friends of ours that we care for deeply. Well, our fun-filled family trip is coming to a close. We've had a lot of fun here in San Diego. And on the way back home, I wanted to fill in some gaps of information related to this Armada after all this time we've spent with it. The first of which is what the horn sounds like. If someone is driving recklessly on the road, nice 928, and you need to get their attention, what's the horn gonna sound like? Oh, that's a solid, certainly loud enough, gets your message across, traditional sounding horn, I like it. Speaking of sounds, Romy has something she wants to add. Romy?
Do the I spy. I spy something. Oh, a truck.
Truck?
She
Yes.
spies a truck.
She spies a truck. Both
I see
Romy
it.
and
It's
Talia.
yellow.
Go figure. They like cars and trucks.
I have something to add.
Talia, you got something to add? What?
I spy something blue.
That letter P on that
The I
building.
Spy game is a road trip
The sky.
classic, and it's well used by our family. Plane right overhead.
That's a blue.
Now, that's the San Diego airport, and this is sort of a famous area for just seeing planes fly so close over you. That was very awesome. And now on the highway with the speed pick back up, early in the video I said we'd put Mobile Mama in the third row and she'd try to hear what I was saying. There's stuff in the back, so we can't do that. Instead, she's sitting in the middle seat. First, a question, Mobile Mama.
Yes.
Are you comfortable in the middle seat?
Yes, very comfortable.
All right.
I
good.
like that the console doesn't stick out that far, so I have
Oh.
lots of leg room, which
That's
is
good.
great.
Mhm.
And the seat's comfy and it's wide.
What features do you have back there?
I like my car seat.
Talia likes her car seat.
I have a USB-C here that I'm charging my phone with because I never charge it at night.
That's
Mom
very true.
problems. Type B mom problems.
One of my
And then I
biggest
have a heated, no, I don't have a heated seats. The outboard seats are heated.
Outboard seats. are
I
good,
have
okay.
a third zone of climate control here.
Nice.
And got my vents up top. And I got two little cute kiddos here.
Okay, that's
I'm
always good.
sandwiched
Do
in
those come
between.
with the car?
Not included.
Good. I'd like to
Are
keep
you
them.
included? Are
Now,
you
if I
included?
was to just kind of simulate Mobile Mama being in the third row, if I was to speak
I like
quieter.
you, Daddy.
You
I
what?
like you, Daddy.
I like you too, Tally. I love you. Paces pick back up, so here we go. I'm going to quietly say something and pretend this is the equivalent of Mobile Mama being all the way back in the third row. Can you hear what I'm saying, Mobile Mama?
Yes.
That's good, because she's partially deaf after having kids scream in her ear for
Also
4
rep
years.
shirty.
Ooh, another thing I was thinking of, because people have been driving somewhat erratically. I haven't caught it on camera, but you know it has the dash cam that's built into the Nissan Armada. So that's always recording, and if something actually happens, you can save that event, but it's just going to continually loop. And there's also an inside camera. Hey everyone. All right, we're almost back home, so let's refuel this 23.6 gallon tank, and the EPA rates the Armada Pro-4X at 15 mpg in the city, 20 on the highway, and 17 combined. And over the last 233 miles, we have been averaging exactly 17 miles per gallon, which would give us a fuel range of just over 400 miles. And though the Armada can actually accept 87 octane fuel, 91 is recommended. So at $5.15 per gallon, it's gonna cost 121 bucks to fill this tank, and there's capless fueling, saving me time. Well, crew, at the beginning of this video, I pondered if this redesigned family hauler could haul my family comfortably on our mini vacation. And after quality time spent behind this wheel, I can say with confidence that this new Armada is the real deal. With ample space for my wife and kiddos, our luggage, and some toys, I never once had to bust out my Tetris skills. Every seat was comfortable, every passenger had good airflow, and the cabin never got too loud on the highway. The kids would have preferred shades to cut down on the harsher sunlight, but they did like the brighter cabin from the large panoramic sunroof, and I loved the big windows for visibility. Though most full-size body-on-frame SUVs have a jittery ride on the road, the Armada was compliant and it was very maneuverable around town. Whether it's for a daily drive or a road trip, this 25 Armada absolutely delivers. I hope you guys have enjoyed this day in the life family trip edition, and I will see you again next time.